What's going on, everybody? My name is Mark, and welcome back to Millennial Reacts. We are here with the next episode of The Last of Us. Um, we are on episode 6 now. Uh, Last episode wasn't my favorite, as I said during the reaction. I didn't really like that whole, the looters, that whole gang. I did like Henry and Sam. I did think, the actors did a good job, and I think most of that storyline was handled pretty well. Um, and now we're off to see Tommy, I think. So we should see Gabriel Luna, I think his name is, as Tommy again. And I'm curious to see how much they're going to include in this episode. Again, because they don't really have a whole lot of time left, and there's still a really, you know, big portion of story left, I feel like. So, yeah, I'm curious to see what's going to happen next. I'm finally feeling better. If you haven't read my community post, I was sick for, well, at least 4 days, and I'm still recovering, but I feel a lot better. So I finally can start recording again. So thank you all for your patience. Reactions will start to drop this week to like Band of Brothers and Stranger Things and the movie reaction Gran Torino that I'm still have to watch. But yeah, those things are all coming. Thank you again for your patience, for sticking with me. I think I had some sort of COVID. I did test for COVID on like the second day of being sick, and it tested negative. But I had symptoms very similar to the last time that I had COVID. So maybe if I had done another test, I would have tested positive. I don't know. Maybe it was just a flu. I don't know. But at least I'm better now, or almost. Yeah, I can't wait to watch the episode. Let's just jump right into it. I don't want to have to make you wait much longer. So, yeah, I hope you guys like my reaction. If you do, please leave a like. It really helps me out. And if you want to see me react to the rest of this show, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss those videos coming to the channel in the future. Also, full-length reaction to this entire episode is on patreon.com/millennial react. So if you are interested to see my entire reaction, definitely check that out. Other than that, I don't have anything else to say. So let's watch it. I'm just curious how much they're gonna include from the game, because they've already changed certain things about Tommy, about like the overall mission of Joel. Honestly, I'm not gonna spoil what those changes are, but that's why I'm curious. If they're gonna make more significant changes when it comes to Tommy. Who's this? This can't be Joel, right? Like, what are they doing at this cabin? Just chilling out.
Came here before you were born, Sonny. Get the hell away from everybody.
I didn't want to.
Listen, I didn't mean to upset you about your brother, but if you come this far, then you know what's out there. You seen Cody?
Yeah, I got close enough. It's crawling with infected.
Cody a place? Maybe like a little town?
So you haven't heard the name Tommy?
Nope.
What about the fireflies?
We get those in the summer. Are firefly people? If your brother's west of the river, he's gone.
Who are those people, I wonder, that do that?
Put that back.
Man, I don't know anything. Never heard of the fireflies.
What's going on?
Joe? Joe?
Is he having a
Joe,
heart
okay?
attack?
Joe?
Shut up.
With a shitty diet.
Anxiety attack, maybe?
All right.
Okay.
So let's go and find Tommy and the fireflies.
It's crazy that they've been searching for him for 3 months. Wonder how they are going to find him. Like, are they maybe just going to stumble upon him? Yeah. You can't really get any like new shoes anywhere.
I would raise sheep. They're quiet. Do what they're
Are they?
told.
Yeah, okay.
I feel like cows are more quiet.
With a bunch of sheep. Romantic.
I mean, cows moo every now and then, but I feel like sheep baa a lot more.
Well, I reckon it's a lot more complicated than that. Marlene, she's a lot of things, but she's no fool. If she says they can do it, they can do it.
He suddenly believes in the fireflies. Like he was before. He was like, the fireflies have told us so many things before, and it never worked out. You know. It's really interesting because now we're getting to see the environment, you know, post-apocalyptic with like nature taking over, but also snow on top of that. It's really cool.
Huh. Like, she's a girl. She can't handle it.
Can handle the shooting. Not so sure about the dressing.
What's the dressing?
The part where you take the guts out.
Oh, yeah.
He rolled with Tess. Why would he think that, oh, she's a girl, she can't handle it? Like, Tess was like the baddest one there.
Look at that river. It's crazy blue.
Yeah, that's what nature does when it's, you know, not being destroyed by humanity.
We ain't looking for any trouble. We're just passing through. Drop the gun.
I think that woman was the one who plays Tommy's wife. I think I saw a picture of her.
Just looking for my brother. It's all, nothing more.
I think she recognizes him, maybe.
Joel.
Like I said, I think I saw like from the casting that she plays Tommy's wife. So she either recognizes him because he looks like Tommy in a way, or maybe she's seen pictures of him. That's possible too. There he is.
Tommy!
I got goosebumps, man. Oh my god.
I came here to save you.
Yeah, you didn't let anyone know that you were here? I wonder what the story is behind that.
Joel, say congrats.
Congrats.
That sounded sincere.
Headshot those fuckers from a half mile out.
Can you teach me how?
No, we can't. How do you keep this place quiet?
Carefully. Being
Why is she so... She keeps asking to learn on how to shoot and hunt and all that. I mean, I get that she wants to learn it, but she keeps like pushing it and pushing it and pushing it.
So, communism.
Nah, Nah, it ain't like that.
It is that, literally. This is a commune. We're communists.
No way.
That's our newest one. A couple months old.
I don't think I don't think that like works globally, but I do think for smaller communities, I think that's absolutely perfect. You know.
Working on raising some hogs, too. Once we get bacon, I mean, what's even left?
Yeah, living the life, man.
Pretty decent setup.
So how's Tess?
She's fine. All right.
Good then. And the kid?
Still doesn't want to talk about it.
Oh, yeah. She's the daughter of some firefly muckety-muck. Trying to find her family somewhere out here. I was heading in this direction, so
Really? Goodness of your heart.
there's a payment. So you know where they might be, these fireflies?
He's not gonna share about the bite mark. I get his position, you know. I think I would be the same, you know. Is he still? What's going on, man? Is he sick? The hair reminds him of Sarah. Yeah, it could have been Sarah at this point. You know, she could have been a mom. Or maybe she's a like older sister, but I think he's thinking something like that, you know? Like all the things she could have been at this point.
Sarah was Joel's daughter.
She didn't know yet, right?
Just met Lucy.
What did you tell her?
I was moving into the other room. She seemed to take it in stride.
Trying to fix his shoes still. Maybe you can get new shoes here. I feel like they would have, considering they have all sorts of things. There we go. New shoes.
Tommy, I saw her get bit myself. That was months ago. Months. She's immune.
I wonder why he didn't just start with that. Like it's his brother. Like it's not just some buddy that he lost or something.
I couldn't move. I couldn't think of anything to say. I was so afraid.
Yeah, he doesn't want to feel that pain again.
No matter what was. I'm weak. Lately, there are these moments where the fear comes up out of nowhere and...
So they are anxiety attacks, what I expected.
You can't tell anyone. Not even Maria. Tommy, you're the only one I trust. If anyone else sees those bites on her...
I don't think he can do that and not tell his wife, you know?
I'll take her out at dawn.
He agrees. I had a feeling that Ellie was eavesdropping or something, but because we saw her like walk through the streets. Well, thank you. I feel like that would have been a perfect opportunity to say like, hey Tommy, thank you. You know, I don't know. Guess not.
I made this decision for your own good. You'll be way better off with Tommy. He knows the area better than I do.
Do you give a shit about me or not?
Of course I do.
Then what are you so afraid of? I'm not her, you know.
Ooh, I got goosebumps now again, man.
Don't say another word.
I'm sorry about your daughter, Joel. But I've lost people too.
You have no idea what loss is.
Everybody I have cared for has either died or left me. Everybody fucking except for you! So don't tell me that I'd be safe with somebody else, because the truth is, I would just be more scared.
You're not my daughter. And I sure as hell ain't your dad. Now come dawn, we're going our separate ways.
That was handled pretty well. I'll share my thoughts later. Is that him and Sarah? They were showing the watch. Yeah. Decorating the Christmas tree together. It's gotta be hard around the holidays. Especially, you know?
You deserve a choice. I still think you'd be better off with Tommy.
Let's go.
Okay.
Alright. Well, I mean, I already knew, of course, that she was going to go with him, but it's definitely a little different.
Hold on to both.
I mean, she was riding a horse back into town. So definitely will speed things along rather than just walking.
So the way they ran stuff in Jackson, was that how things used to be?
Have you guys ever been
No.
camping out in the woods? I haven't. Definitely want to do that at some point. Go into the mountains or the forest somewhere, you know? Just camp out, live on nature.
Easy days. I don't know what Tommy was so afraid of.
Still time to find out.
Yep.
Still time to find out.
You're just in the country right now. There's a city. That should be a lot more dangerous. Now I got a sneaking suspicion where we might end.
Well, you're singing for me later. I'm gonna save the fucking world, man. That's the least you can do for me.
Fair enough.
You'll sing when you're, you know, on the hospital bed and you can't hear him.
From the old labs.
Look at them go.
First time seeing a monkey.
Careful though, they could be dangerous. Oof, man, I love all the familiar places, you know? Just bringing the video game to life. I love that shit.
That's where they went.
All the pins lead there.
Salt
Maybe
Lake
get
City.
ahead of the weather. Better facilities. I don't know.
Joe!
Oh shit. Go on. There we go. Uh-oh. Is he gonna get shot or something? Oh, he got stabbed. What knife is that? Damn. Probably should have kept that in there. Oh, there wasn't a knife at all. Well, at least they don't have guns.
Joe, no, shit! Joe? Joe? Shh. Joel, open your eyes. Open your eyes. Joel, you gotta get up.
Yeah, now what? Yeah, I figured they were gonna end on this. Alright. Well, it was a pretty good episode, I will say. I really loved all the like straight from the video game stuff that they had in here. Especially like location wise. Like we didn't well, there was a few changes that they made, but some of them really didn't really matter in a sense, because the same result in the end. Some changes, not a big fan, but we'll get into it later in the review when I go into the game spoilers. We saw that Joel had anxiety attacks, and obviously I think that's definitely linked to his trauma when losing his daughter, and obviously all the other traumatic stuff that he's experienced in his life, obviously. But I think mostly because he's starting to feel certain things again that he hasn't experienced in years, obviously, and now that he does, he's so afraid to lose that again, that those anxiety attacks are coming up. And I guess that it was an anxiety attack rather than a heart attack, because both instances when it happened, something stressful happened before that, where he maybe it was in a very dangerous situation. So yeah, definitely guessed right on that it was an anxiety attack. I really am a little bit indifferent about Sarah. No, not Sarah. Sorry, Marie. In this one, Maria. Sorry, Maria, the wife of Tommy. I'm not sure why exactly. I just don't. I didn't really feel anything from her. Like, I don't know. Maybe it was the delivery from this character. I mean, in the game, she doesn't have a big role either, so it doesn't really matter in that sense. That I didn't really have many feelings for her in the game as well. But I don't know, something about this particular actress, I don't know, didn't really come across with me. Other than that, the couple in that little cabin, that scene was pretty funny. Where they were just laughing and stuff because they've been out there for so long. And yeah, I don't know. I did like that scene, even though it was original for this series. Yeah, I am curious to see how they're gonna handle the next episode, because obviously Joel's hurt right now, so Ellie really needs to step up. And I'm definitely curious to see how they're gonna handle that, and also how they're gonna fit in certain things. I did notice that they already skipped to winter, which is a little different, but it doesn't really matter for the plot, I think. it just extends, the period of time that they've been searching for Tommy, I think. But that's about it. Um, and yeah, I think in terms of like non-game spoilers, I can't really talk too much about much else. I did really like the scenery shots a lot with the snow, obviously. Um, Music was great as always. I like the I like I liked some of Bella Ramsey's acting more in this one compared to the last one. Um, Still not 100% convinced that she was the best casting for this role. Not just because of her face. A lot of people, when people are complaining about Bella Ramsey's casting, are just thinking that they are saying that because she's not attractive enough, or because she doesn't look exactly like Ellie. Like that shit doesn't really matter to me. Because Pedro Pascal doesn't look exactly like Joel, or the Gabriel Luna doesn't look like Tommy, and I think he's fine. It's just, I think her acting, and especially the way she's written in this show, I think is very different from the game in a lot of ways. And I will go into that later, but I think that's mostly why it doesn't really work for me still. I do think, from all the video game adaptations that we've had to live action, I think this is one of the best ones so far. So there is that. But I always just want to be honest with my feelings towards anything. And, when there are things that I don't like, I will point it out. Simple as that. But, yeah, let's go into the spoiler territory for the game. So if you haven't played it, definitely click the video away. Sorry if I'm a little bit low energy, by the way. I'm still recovering. Yeah, so they did change a few things, obviously. And like I said, some of the changes doesn't really matter. The fact that they skip fall, like whatever, it's fine. And also that cabin scene again with the older people. Also, adding something like that is totally fine. And the fact that Ellie didn't run away and that they had to fight some people, also no big deal that they changed that. And that, that they escape, the Firefly building, and then Joel gets injured instead of that he struggles and then falls down on top of some pipe. That's definitely different, but again, same result, so doesn't really matter. The things that I personally care about when they change things are mostly character related, and like I said with Ellie, like she's in a lot of ways very different from her video game version. Because obviously in the video game she's sassy, right? That's definitely something that they've established early on. Like she uses swear words a lot. She cusses out grown-ups and shows disrespect at times even. But she also shows a lot of heart, and also, to certain people she does definitely show respect. And like she was very disrespectful to Maria and Tommy. And I get that she was a little upset that she was almost killed, but like why was she like so happy playing with the dog? And like it doesn't really coincide with her feelings later on. Like she's just so happy playing with the dog, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, but you almost killed me with the dog. And it was like, okay, like I hope you know what I mean. But like I feel like Ellie in the video game wouldn't respond that way. She does with Bill, obviously, where he puts her, restrains her to the radiator. and then she gets all uppity about it, which makes sense because it's in the moment, um, and I think the fact that she, there's still, you know throughout this entire season, she's shown in a lot of scenes that she, whenever she has a foul mouth to Joel, or she talks back to him, Joel kind of, backs down, and it kind of gives her her way, which is completely different from the video game. When she talks back to Joel in the video game, he shuts that shit down. He doesn't take shit from her in that sense, and she quickly learns, like, okay, I kind of gotta, take it a little bit easy with him, and I can't do what I normally do, in that sense, and she has to learn, and that's a character growth for her, where she kind of starts to respect him more and more, and she looks up to him as an authoritative figure, and we don't really get that from this Ellie, because from the first time we see her to right now, she has not changed at all. She's completely the same character. Um, and with Joel, they've also made some changes where he's much more of a softie in the show than in the game. And from the start, not just that he's become a softie, but he's been that way from the start. And if the video game didn't exist, maybe that would have been fine. But because the video game exists and we have that knowledge, how he was and how he turns out to be in the end, you have a character arc. He starts out and he's very hard, and he doesn't take shit from anyone. He kills innocent people if he has to. He's a bad guy. Tess even said it. And he, obviously because of all that trauma, he tries to keep people at a distance, and we do see that a little bit here, where he tries to keep Ellie at a distance, and he doesn't really, engage in her, her like goofiness and all that too much. But I think every episode we've seen a bonding moment with them where they do have conversations like normal people, and yeah, you gotta have that, obviously, but I don't think there has been a big evolution in how they commune with each other compared to the game, where where they started off very opposed to each other, and at the end, obviously, very attached to each other. So the relationship they currently have, I don't feel is earned. You know what I mean? And that's the biggest problem I have with the show so far. And I'm enjoying the show. I do, I am looking forward to every episode, because I am definitely curious to see how they'll handle certain situations and certain scenes from the game. And every scene that they've copied straight from the game, I think they handle relatively well. Not always to perfection, but I think well enough where a new audience, someone who is watching it for the first time, definitely can grasp what they're trying to portray in the game. But the relationship between Joel and Ellie is central to the story and so important. And I think they just don't capture it as well as the game. And that really bugs me, man. It really does, because that's some of the best, you know, character character driven stories that I've ever encountered, in a video game. So yeah, I feel like they should have focused a lot more on that, and I don't exactly know why they chose to make Joel much more of a softie and where he almost takes orders from Ellie at certain points. He does, whenever she's like, can I have the gun? Can I learn how to hunt and all that? He is like, no, you can't. But almost, I don't feel the authority behind it, I don't know. Because, and like I said, she keeps asking as well because she doesn't care, If he says no, she doesn't care. And that's kind of my thing where there's, the respect isn't there, I feel like. I don't know. That's just my feelings towards it. The whole scene with Joel and Ellie, and he's like, you have no idea what loss is. I think that scene was done almost to perfection. I do think that um, I just really love the line, "You are threading of some mighty thin ice here." I love that line, especially the delivery from Troy Baker. And it was kind of sad that they left that one out, but the rest of the scene was actually really good. Um, Again, it was a little different because they were not, in a situation where they were almost being attacked. Um, but as soon as I saw that bedroom that she was in and I saw that little nook where she can sit down, I was expecting that they weren't gonna do that. And again, it's totally fine because I get that that's more of a video game scene anyway, because you need to engage your player with some more action. So it's totally fine that they leave out that certain scenario. Um, Anything else that I should have to go over? Um, yeah, the one thing that they also changed, and again, it's not a big deal, is that back in Last of Us 1, we didn't see this gated community. We heard about it, but we didn't see it. Jackson, I think it's called. Um, we only saw it in The Last of Us 2. Back in the first game, we were actually at some sort of like power plant facility that they were repairing, but that was coinciding with the dam, and that's where they draw their power from. But again, it doesn't really matter, the same exact story points are hitting. So in that sense, it doesn't really matter. I do like the scene in the game more where they are on their horses and Joel's just like, Ellie, give the horse back to Tommy. He's just like nothing ever happened. He's just like, you know what, fuck it, I'll just take her, whatever. And here he's like giving her a choice. I don't know. I like I said, it's not like a huge deal, but I don't know. I just like that scene in the game better. So I think they could have, even if they were not on the horses somewhere, just exactly like that. I think the whole choice thing is kind of silly because we know she's gonna choose Joel. I think the choice should have been his, where he is like, you know what? No, I'm gonna take her. He's finally, stepping up. Like, okay, no, I have to deal with this. I have to deal with those feelings that I'm having, and yeah, he's gonna have to still now. So in that sense, it doesn't really matter. But I feel like it gives a stronger statement if he was the one like, no, you know what, Ellie, let's go. We're gonna go. Tommy, thank you, but I'll handle this. So yeah, that's just my thoughts about it. Let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments. Let me know if you agree with me about what I said about the changes that they've made. Again, I don't hate the show. If any of you think that I hate the show or don't like the show or I'm just like sitting through the show, that's definitely not the case. I am enjoying it. I like I said, I think it's one of the best video game adaptations that we've had so far. But it's not perfect, and because the game is so dear to me, I gotta point out things that just don't work as well as they do in the video game. So that's all. You know, I'm just that's all I got to say. You know, but that doesn't mean that it's a bad show or anything. Like, I think for any newcomers, anyone who hasn't like played the video game, I think this is absolutely a very phenomenal show, and I think they are definitely gonna enjoy it more than me. But because I love the game so much, I can't help but compare, unfortunately, and I can't help but, you know, seeing, you know, the little changes that they make that actually do in fact this affect the story on a larger scale, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys liked it, and take care.